Get ready for the dictation. 10 seconds, 5 seconds, start. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to this meeting of the Central Advisory Council on Trade. We are meeting at a most opportune time when we are in the middle of our preparations for the next import and export policy. At this stage, your suggestions and ideas would be most welcome. We are all aware of the fact that recent developments in the world economy have reduced the availability of resources from other countries to finance the process of development. There is great reduction of foreign aid programs, and the terms on which resources from outside the country are available have become difficult. Even other source of commercial loans has become costly. The choice that remains is to manage the balance of trade position, not so much by curbing the growth in imports, which would reduce investment and production. There can be little doubt that export earnings would have to finance larger proportion of our imports, and hence the shortage in our balance of payments. It follows that the position of exports at the present stage in India cannot be more. There can also be little doubt that it would be desirable to save foreign exchange by increasing our domestic production whenever it is cheaper in terms of domestic resources used. Towards this objective, it is necessary to follow the existing policy. The scheme of trade policies is an important one. There is, however, close relationship between the trade policies and other policies which determines the performance of the economy as a whole. It shall be the duty of the new government to come forward with a more liberal set of policies in the field of finance, trade, and industry by closer understanding of the concerned departments. It goes without saying that any improvements in the foreign trade position cannot taken place without the improvement in the all-round economic situation. We are aware that there is need for further improvement of trade policies at this stage of our economic development. So far as the economy is concerned, our attempts must be continuous. In the field of trade, it shall be our desire to bring about changes in procedures by giving due place it deserves. The benefits of the above changes would certainly help consumers in the form of cheaper and better products. For this purpose, it shall also be our desire to provide strong government following better economic policies. In our economy, it is necessary that trade and industry respond to this new policy in a very helpful manner. In view of these trends, we are sure to reach our export target fully. Our government will extend all kinds of help to the industrialists to expand their business activities and to export to foreign countries. This will help the government to earn more foreign exchange, which will be beneficial to all of us. Before I conclude, let me say a few words about the foreign trade situation. In recent years, India's exports have been very good in so far as it has made the best out of difficult situation. There has been constant growth in India's exports. It needs to be mentioned that our export performance, which has been encouraging, is not good enough to meet the needs of the economy at this stage of our development. We have to work hard for increasing further our exports, in which the trade and industry will have to do a lot. I am very hopeful that the discussions of this council would provide a valuable contribution to our important task of framing trade policies and economic policies in a more effective manner. Dear sir, we believe that you make use of a large quantity of office equipment, including many items that we have been very glad to supply you with in the past. We are therefore very glad to offer you special terms available only to our old customers for a completely new type of paper which will solve many problems for your typists and secretaries. No carbons are necessary, and to secure any number of copies up to 9, all that the typist has to do is to select the paper of the correct number of folds and insert it in the typewriter as though it were a single sheet. The most surprising characteristics of the new paper is the way in which mistakes may so easily be put right. A special kind of pencil is applied which immediately removes the wrong letter or word without any smudging and write through paper, however many copies are being made. The ease of operation and the saving of time are very great. When the typing is completed, the sheet is placed in a small case. A button is pressed and all copies are immediately separated, dry, clean, and ready for use. You would no doubt wish to see this new and revolutionary paper demonstrated. We shall be glad to call upon you anytime within the next 3 weeks when the offer will close. Thanking you in the meantime, yours truly.